Hello, this is Rowan, and today I am going to be starting on a series of videos dealing with Vroid Studio and going into some detail about creating avatars in there. Now, I know anybody can load Vroid Studio and click on one of these pre-made avatars or, start a new avatar themselves and pick a couple of clothing options, pick a couple of hair options, maybe change your eyeballs a little bit, and then, go up and push the button to generate an avatar and you're done. But then what do you have? You have a fairly generic looking avatar and it's not quite what you expect or what you want. And obviously you can mess around with stuff and try to change things, and pretty soon a lot of people find out that they're deep in the weeds and they're not liking it because things aren't making sense. And well, I'm hoping I can make things make some more sense, or at least get into some details and clear up some stuff that'll make making an avatar more enjoyable and let you see what to expect and maybe come up with something more tailored to what you want based on a little knowledge of what the different levers are going to actually do. And so basically we're going to be wasting a bunch of time messing around and breaking things so that you can see these things and know what to expect and figure out if you want to break them yourself or if you want to, use these as buoys in the water that show you where it's shallow and rocky. And, maybe this video and the ones that are coming up can be a lighthouse in the storm that is Vroid editing. Anyway, we are going to be creating multiple videos in the process of making Trudy. Trudy is a character from the Bee Police comic that we were doing a few years ago. And maybe in the future we'll be doing more Bee Police, but for now I kind of want to make Trudy as an avatar also. So hang around and we will get into a video today about sizing and the way that you can make a body different sizes. Yes, there's more than one. So considering it's Easter Saturday, let's just hop on over. See you there. So let's wrap our heads around the idea of masculine height versus feminine height. Our feminine height is 162.5 centimeters here. What happens if we make that masculine height? What was that, 162.5 or something like that? What exactly changed? Let's take some screenshots and take a look. There we go. Okay. There. Windows Shift S. This is feminine height. Alright, now let's actually compare these. Here we are. So, we have masculine height on one side and feminine height on the other. Do you see a damn difference? Is there a single damn difference? I don't really notice. It could be a torso proportion or something like that, but I don't see it so far. Let's see about what it looks like with a little more extremes. Okay, so that's feminine height 1. And now let's go for masculine height 1. Really? 210? 174 or 167. So feminine height tops out at 167, and then masculine height normally tops out at 174. You can tell there's a difference in the legs. Here, let's Why do they make it so damn difficult? Just give us leg height versus torso height. That's just how us girls get. Unless you want to add masculine height. I don't get it. Here. Okay, so we have two feminine 167s. We want to open a masculine 167 also. Okay, so no difference when they're that small. So that's 210.4 cm. Masculine height. It doesn't even fit on the screen. Okay. Now, in order to get to 210 centimeters, 210.4, we're going to max this out. They don't make this easy. Too much. Too much. Okay, that's pretty close. Or was it 0.5? Where were we? 210.4. There we go. That's perfect. Why does this seem strangely not to the same scale? Their heads to line up. Okay, so here we go. To get the same height on a female figure, you have to have full feminine height and add masculine height, which, okay, just seems weird. And you can tell that the female figure here has got shorter arms and longer legs. So it is a torso shorter, legs longer situation. So long and the short of it is that feminine height has longer legs and shorter arms and maxes out at a smaller height than masculine height. What is 210 centimeters? Let's save the math. 6.8 feet. Really? You can make someone 6'8" tall if you have masculine height maxed out. Okay. Alright, so this gives us some kind of ballpark on the height. You can't just put height in, you have to put masculine versus feminine height, and then you have to figure out if you really want longer legs and shorter arms. Oh, and the shoulder width. The shoulders are much more narrow on feminine height too, by the way. Far be it for us to just adjust those ourselves. Maximum fem height, and then 0.8 whatever. So let's set that to 0. They expect women to come up to 167 centimeters. What is that? 5'4" at the most? Body size. Isn't that just the height again? That's proportionate height. Body size of 1. Way too tall. That's all I gotta say. Okay, 210.5? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so now let's go back over to Clip Studio Paint. Maximum masculine height, minus 0.1 cm. And then maximum feminine height plus masculine height. And then just body height. So, notice a difference. Just adding body height. Your head got bigger. Your shoulder stayed about as narrow, if maybe a little bit wider. And your torso and your legs scaled up. guess more proportionately. I can't tell you, but there's definite differences here. And I think I like the one in the middle more for base feminine proportions. Because the one on the right, your head's really big and your arms are kind of long. And your legs, they seem a little shorter. Long legs, short arms, standard size head, narrower shoulders. Sounds like the best plan for me to start with. So the question is, do you have a final design piece in mind? Because that's going to make differences. Alrighty, so that was our video on basic sizing. It was a short one, but I'm hoping it was very educational and helpful. And our next video will be about changing hair colors and, of course, setting up your skin tone, doing work in and out of Vroid Studio, because we found that it's, well, we'll get into that when we get into that. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it educational, informative, and I hope that you'll like and subscribe and do those things that help the algorithm so other people can see this video also. And so, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time it is, I hope it's a great time, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye!